His mother, Phyllis Franklin, says her son was a good guy, a father of 4, and she questions if the chase was really necessary. All evening long, people have been stopping by this area, this convenience store, to pay their respects. Students say this peeper has been knocking on their doors in the middle of the night. There are power lines down Rayford Road right now, a big section of it from Woodcroft to really to Bragg Boulevard is without power. You can see that the wind gusts are really picking up. At this point, it's getting harder to stand out here. The water continues to rise here in Spring Lake. We have made our way onto a large vehicle by the Spring Lake Fire Department, getting a chance to see firsthand the damage that the Little River flooding is doing. Look at this. This is the Starlight Motel. If you know Spring Lake, look at it. The water is literally washing this motel away. We had known that 4 people were shot in this home behind us, but in the last 10 minutes, investigators have confirmed 3 of those people have died. 1 person was rushed to Wake Med with what they are calling critical injuries. Now, you can take a look at the home. This is where investigators say the shooting took place. We are on Woods Crossroads Road, just outside Benson in Johnston County. Investigators telling us the shooting took place just before 9 o'clock this evening. Take a listen to what one investigator had to say.
It was a verbal altercation, and during the altercation, Mr. Martinez started shooting and shot the victims.
And the victims lived at this home?
Yes, they all shared a residence together.
Back out here live, investigators could not say the exact motive to the shooting, simply that there was some kind of verbal altercation that led up to the shooting. They say it was not random, that this was targeted. They say that the suspect, who is known to police, took off in a red Chevrolet. They are still looking for the gunman at this hour, but you can see it remains an active scene out here. Investigators are still trying to collect evidence to work to determine exactly what led up to this. But what we do know is 4 people were shot, 3 of them killed, 1 rushed to Wake Med. We're going to continue to be out here, and we'll, of course, keep you posted both on air and online. For now, we are live in Johnston County. Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News. This is the tap water coming out of their faucet. You can see it looks more like iced tea than tap water, and you can understand why they don't want to drink it. And they say Aqua NC isn't doing enough to fix the problem.
You can see that it's always brown. It's disgusting.
What's making the water brown is likely a combination of iron and manganese.
It smells like very strong when you think about chlorine.
Joy Faley-Kaler showed me the problem at her Wake Forest home. She's lived on Falkirk Ridge Court with her husband and son for about a year and tells me the situation has gotten worse. They get their water from Aqua North Carolina.
There you go. So this is typically what we're dealing with on a daily basis.
Faley-Kaler and her family don't drink the water. They don't cook with it. They avoid bathing in it. This is what they say it does to their laundry. Whites turn brown. Faley-Kaler tells me she's called DEQ, the Utilities Commission, and Aqua NC.
They know that they need a green sand filter.
I first told you about problems with Aqua NC earlier this year. Those homeowners were in subdivisions in North Raleigh off Creedmoor Road. I reached out to Aqua NC for a response. They confirmed they'd received a complaint from a homeowner on Falkirk Ridge Court. They tell me they have 4 wells that serve that subdivision. They're in the process of upgrading one of the wells to a green sand filter. In the meantime, they're flushing the community water system and service line leading to the home. So when Aqua says the water is safe to drink, to cook, to clean your clothes with, what would you say in response to that?
From a chemical perspective, it may be safe to drink, but I would invite them to drink that water.
You can certainly understand why they do not want to drink this water. Now, Aqua NC says they started flushing the line yesterday and will continue that process tomorrow. Meantime, Aqua NC is moving forward with their planned rate hike. Live in Wake Forest, Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News. she is still shaken up. Since she's the victim of a sexual assault, we're not identifying her or showing her face. She says she's been having some trouble with one of her tires, so she pulled over, hoping to get some air in it. That's when she says those two suspects approached.
I thought, Lord, this is not how I want to die.
The victim, a 34-year-old mother and nurse, was coming from work, headed south on US 1 when she pulled over by Farrell Road. She says those two men pulled up in a black Altima.
I was just thinking they were, good Samaritans trying to, help a young lady out with her tire, but they had ill intentions.
When she looked up next, she says one of the guys had a pistol pointed at her. She tells me the other opened her car door and grabbed her wallet. She says she had more than $800 in it, money she intended to pay her rent and other bills with. They also took her wedding ring, but the most terrifying part.
He mushed me up against the glass and put his hands down my pants and said he knows my name, where I live. If the cops come looking for him or them, he knows where I live and he'll kill me.
Once they'd taken off, the victim says she tried to wave down other passing cars.
No one stopped. Everybody kept going by. They didn't see the despair on my face. No one tried to help. They just kept on going.
She realized she still had her phone and called 911 and her husband.
I just hope they don't do it to anyone else.
Fortunately, she says her landlord is willing to work with her. She's still hoping to get her wedding ring back. In Sanford, Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News. Tanya Aguilar's family is devastated. All night long, friends and neighbors have been stopping by the family's home here at the Rosewood Mobile Home Park to pay the respects. This as the family makes funeral arrangements. Signs of hope at Lumberton Junior High School. The hashtag Bring Hanya Home displayed at the front of the building and on the entrance doors. That hope vanished late this afternoon when authorities announced the body they found off Wiregrass Road was 13-year-old Hanya.
She was kind, nice, and very calm.
It really has shaken us because no one expects it to be in your backyard.
Dr. Shanita Wooden is a superintendent of Robeson County Schools. She tells me her heart sank when she first received the call from Lumberton Police Tuesday evening. Hanya was kidnapped just feet from her front door more than 3 weeks ago. Since then, the school district, teachers, administrators, staff, and parents have tried to help Hanya's family, bringing over dinner and groceries. Hanya's ESL teacher helping translate at the funeral home tonight.
It doesn't just impact her family, it impacts us all.
How do you go about explaining this to young kids?
This one has been hard because I personally haven't really dealt with a kidnapping.
Dr. Wooten says they'll have additional support staff on hand.
I didn't think it would be her body. She lived 4 trailers down from me.
So many in this community now heartbroken following this latest development. Dr. Wooten says Hanya's wake and possibly her funeral will be held at Lumberton High School. In Lumberton, Amy Cutler, CBS 17 News.